like it. Hi! I'm Tira.
And I'm Missy. And
welcome to Two P.E.A.S and a Podcast!
I just saw the funniest video on TikTok. A little girl was singing No Scrubs.
Oh, that song was in my head. Was I just singing it or something?
You may have. And she was singing that thing. Like, singing it. Like, and at the end, she was like, ah! It was so cute.
Like
anyway.
Jade.
Yes. Well, this girl was a little more expressive, and she had some pipes. She like if she gets older and is trained, she really can sing. You can hear her vibrato and everything in her voice.
Yes, my baby can sing too.
She can,
just like her grandma.
She can. Well, some housekeeping.
Yes.
Like, share, and subscribe.
We are trying to get her.
I don't think
so.
Okay. I don't think so. Well, if
I
did,
it's a cute
I
dress,
repeat.
Though. It looks very comfortable.
You
never wore that because I would have known. I would have known.
You would have said that.
Yeah, because I would have been like
checking out my fashion.
No, not really. But
you would have thought I was cute today. That's not what I had on today, though.
I will wear it tomorrow because it's cute.
I ain't wear it tomorrow.
Why you gonna wear it tomorrow? The people ain't gonna see you at work. They don't work with you. Well, I would explain why she's not wearing it tomorrow. But anywho, yes, please like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
We are getting we're getting a lot of feedback.
Yes.
We get feedback from guess where?
The UK.
Yes.
So now we can say we're international
podcast.
It was only one person. They probably was like
No, she saw it and she said that we were good.
She said?
Okay. We talk about good things. We were good.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Well, cheerio, mate. Oh no, that's Australia. Okay, well, I'm speaking it into existence.
Yeah.
Australia, come through.
Yes. Yeah, because Australia give you free medical. And
everybody get free medical.
Moving to Australia.
You can't move to Australia.
Why?
I'm gonna let you. The telephone conversation you just had, steps. You're not moving nowhere. You stay right here in Maryland. Unless
they come with me.
Right.
Well, if we can't bring Capitol Heights, I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, gosh.
Okay. So,
let's see.
Super fans.
Yes, super fans. I forgot because we missed last week.
Yes, but it's okay. Super fans.
Why did we miss last week? I was tired.
Miley birthday. You had a prior obligation. We just
that obligation came after we had already decided that we weren't doing it.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, we were on the phone and I said, "Oh, what
if
this
you say
text?"
so.
I said, "What this one texted for?"
Okay. Well,
it was for a good cause.
Nonetheless, we couldn't make it last week. We really miss you guys. And we would do our best to not miss you again.
Right. That's why we need, in the summer, that's why we need to go on hiatus.
A whole hiatus? What do people forget all about us?
They never forget about us. They can go rerun it. First of all, they haven't looked at all of the episodes.
Oh, the super fans may have. You don't know, some people, they probably just sit back and be like, oh, they're so funny. They're just so intelligent. They're always on point. They're very knowledgeable about a lot of things. And the chemistry between the two is so dynamic that I just want to watch them all back to it. What a binge watch.
Binge watch.
Two P's in a podcast.
I don't think I could binge.
I think someone has done that.
Have you?
Binge watched this?
Yes.
I lived it.
Well, you can look at it again and learn something new. Every time you look at something, once you repeat it, you always see something different.
Well, you know what I looked at again today? That I was listening to my YouTube music, and Jeffrey Osborne, and then it came on, and they were saying, "Holding on, it's very hard to do when the love's gone."
Yes,
and that's no lie. Holding on. And it made me think about New Edition. So I went back and I watched it and I First, I had to research it because they be acting all stank. They don't want nobody to watch the stuff or record the stuff. So I did some digging, and I found it.
It's on BET Plus, so, right?
Yeah, I went to pull it up on BET. They only show part. No, they only had the Bobby Brown on there.
Oh,
discrimination.
No, okay. That's probably
maybe not discrimination, edition. But
because you know
they only had Bobby Brown.
The group is
anywho.
I mean, we love y'all, but y'all extra. Y'all be extra.
Oh, don't do them like that.
They extra for a reason. They know they extra.
They what they cost? You talking about they money wise?
No, I'm talking about extra. Like they extra. Like they extra. YouTube might block us. We don't got no copyright.
We don't own the rights to this music. We don't own the rights to this music or these dance steps. When little Bobby Brown boy do this.
Oh God. Anyway, we do have a topic today.
Okay, yes we do. Okay.
So our topic today is when there's a breakup, do you break up with the ex's family and friends as well? Anybody who knows me.
Is it a complete breakup?
Right.
Or is it just one individual breakup?
Right. Anybody who knows me knows my position on this. But I come from a blended family. A very blended family, and I think that's what makes up my outlook on this topic. Mm-hmm. I don't think you should break up with you. You don't have to have a relationship with that individual that's in the family, but if you've connected with family members or the family and they've connected with you, especially if it was a lengthy relationship, you just now become in-loves versus in-laws. And then especially if children are involved, you can't just, I don't think you should just cut off your ex's children because you and the ex are no longer together. Especially if you all have formulated some type of bond or connection.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
Well, it came up because I was watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. And for those who watch, I'm talking about Martell and Melody. And Melody has the position that since that's you, okay.
I got what you got now.
Okay. So Melody feels that you should just cut him off completely. Like have no dealings with Martell because he did her wrong. And my thing is he did you wrong, so you can cut him off. But the wrong that he did you still ended up staying married to him and having a baby, knowing the wrong that he did. So if you could forgive him, why can't I? And he didn't do it to me. Mm-hmm. What you think?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so my perspective is that it depends. Depends on the circumstance. Mm-hmm. In my family, if you were married, you got kids. I mean, and even if you were just together and generally good people, whatever. Once you're in the family, you is in that family. Mm-hmm. We don't kick nobody out. We welcome everybody in. As long as you don't do nothing and it's not a very tumultuous breakup,
right?
We're cool. If it is that, then that's what it is with the whole family. Don't think you're going to come back in there saying, hey, how you doing? And not one person, anybody out there, not one person in this family is going to not say, what you doing here?
But usually, if it's like that, the persons they ain't gonna show up.
Yeah,
it's really
more than likely they don't. But you'll be surprised. We've had some people come around and we all were kind of like, why are you here?
Who invited them?
They invite themselves.
How they know?
What you mean?
Like how they know an event is going. You talking like Christmas and Thanksgiving?
No, I'm talking like when my grandmother was alive. My grandmother was just that welcoming person that everybody just loved her. So people would just pop up out the blue.
Okay.
Out the blue. Like I said, I told you previously, my aunt, her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriends would come over to see my grandmother. And she would come in with another boyfriend, like, what? What is he doing? And, she's like, you can't keep letting them in there.
But you know what? Hindsight, if the relationship is over and he's okay with seeing her with, as long as he ain't trying to create no ruckus, even though it's very
but when they come
uncomfortable.
He's not coming over there to see if she's with somebody else. He just was like, I was in the neighborhood, I just stopped by to say hi. So I don't have a problem with that particular thing. However, in some other circumstances where the person may break up with somebody but they're continuing to interact with the person's family for whatever reason. Sometimes people do it as a holding on to that person mechanism. So you may seem like, to an outsider, it may look like, why you keep doing this and that? But that person could be in their mind, hey, I formed a bond with these people, so I don't want to just cut them off. But if it gets to a point where, say, like that person has completely moved on, that person has pretty much expressed to you that it's over between us, I don't even think you should, stop coming around. I think at that point you should just let it go. And don't just, don't keep, thrusting yourself in that family, whatever, in that manner. Because it could make for an awkward situation for not just you and that person, but for the family member. Because if the family member feels like, I'm caught in the middle, he got this person over here, I want to support my family member, so I want to support him in his new relationship. I still love and respect and have, a good relationship with the ex. However, my family member has expressed to me, stop inviting this person to these functions. Stop doing all that. You need to let that go. I'm over here. You need to join team me and future over here. It might put that person in. I'm just saying, if the person, I will address that too. If that person keeps, oh, what are y'all doing? Oh, okay, y'all doing this. Oh, I might come by. That might make the middle person feel, well, and depending on the person, some people might express it and tell the person, such and such said that he don't want you to come around because
I've been in that situation.
It makes his new relationship person.
Yeah, I was in that situation.
Feel uneasy or
I
something.
didn't care about how the new person felt at all. Really, I did not. And it was up to the family members. If they did not want me to attend something, then they shouldn't invite me. But they didn't have a problem inviting me. I didn't have a problem attending. And I really didn't care about anybody's feelings.
Okay.
I mean, because how I look at it, you knew I existed before y'all got together. So why are you upset that I'm still existing after y'all get together?
Well, did it make you feel funny being around them and he's with this new person?
No, I think and this is just my opinion. So, I think me just being around creates a level of discomfort. But recently, like in the past few months, I had to make a decision that I was not going to be the creator of discomfort. And I extended myself. I spoke to, both parties, which I normally would not do. And, It's just, but that's growth. And honestly, my feelings about them had nothing to do with, oh, I want this guy back, or, I'm mad because he's gone. Because really, when he was gone, you know how, But I just didn't like the moves. I just didn't like the moves. So I who generally am a caring person, I care about people's feelings. In some instances, I just don't care. And in those instances, people tend to know. If I had an OnlyFans page, or I was on, what's that, Patreon? This is this other site where you can
say what you want.
You can say what you want, but your people got to pay $5 a month to watch you.
Do you get the cut of that $5?
Yeah. No, we're not.
I think I belong on there. I got stuff.
Why don't you do it? Why don't you do that?
I think I'm going on there. I bet I get some people.
I bet you. I bet I get some people. I bet I get some people. Honey, and make sure you got an attorney on retainer.
Patreon coming near you.
Yeah, make sure you got a attorney on retainer.
Attorney.
Make sure.
Yeah, I got Dave.
But yeah, so did you ever watch the movie The Breakup with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston?
Yes.
Honey, that was the funniest movie.
That was funny.
But do you remember when they broke up and they was on the bowling team, and it was a couples bowling team, and he showed up, and they told him he couldn't bowl because they were no longer a couple. Then made him take his shirt off at the bowling alley.
I gotta go back and watch that.
I just watched it the other week.
I gotta go back and watch that. Yeah, because I remember it being hilarious, because it took them a minute with moving out. They still was living together for a while. Yes. During the breakup, and I gotta go back and watch that. Yes.
Yeah. So like, go ahead.
I don't. For me, I have never had to experience that, because again, I wasn't. But it's the only person I can relate that to will be my son's father, with me and him, and when we broke up. But we had a kid together, so we always going to coexist. And then also, with me knowing his family, forever, we just consider ourselves just family.
Right.
Even when he, had his, his girlfriend after me, I didn't have problems with them two either. I didn't have a problem with that. I was never that that one who don't bring your girlfriend around my son. Da 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 da. I never did none of that stuff.
Wasn't.
Yeah, I never did anything like that. I felt like we were pretty good as a blended,
right,
as well, because I never had issues with my son and his girlfriend at the time, and even now my son still care about her and stuff, because she was there for him and took care of him when he would go and spend time with his dad. So
I remember when me and my ex-husband first got divorced, I was still on the family reunion committee for his family. And like that next year, it was a reunion. So he had his girlfriend, who I loved. I loved her. But nobody else liked her. Oh, it was just so messy. I loved her though. But at the family reunion, it was me, my boyfriend, him, his girlfriend, and we all just, it was cool. The uncles were like questioning my boyfriend to see if he was worthy of me. I mean, because I still interact a lot with his family, like on Facebook and social media, and we're social media close.
Yeah.
I don't go to any of their events, but I know if I decided to show up, because his family is West Indian. So in the West Indian culture, once you have a baby, you in the family, they don't care.
Right.
You family.
That's
forever.
We must be West Indian too. Then.
You might
but
be.
That's our family. That's my family or whatever. We've always been that way. So I mean, it is what it is. But if you know that there's an awkwardness
or
and
resistance,
and you know who you dated, you know the person, you know the situation, and you know the breakup. If you know the breakup was not all that good between y'all two, just let it go. Yeah. Is it even worth it? Is it worth the stress? Is it worth the headache? Is it worth, just be mature about it and just go on about your business?
Now, in my last relationship, I became very close with my ex's daughters. Mm-hmm. And we've been broken up now for about 2 years. But during those 2 years, we would still have like these family days where, my child, his girls, he and I would do things together, and it worked out fine. I didn't know how that would work out if one of us should get involved in a new relationship or situation. But the girls and I have our own relationship, and we had already kind of decided that we was kicking him out of the family days.
And that's good. That's good. Because in a sense, when you do the breakup and there's kids involved, that's a hard thing for a child to have this person in their lives. And then for them to depend on that person. And then when they break up with, the spouse or whatever, it's all, like that person
cut them off.
Kind of like the situation with, I'm assuming, Mary J. Blige and the husband and the daughter, and how she felt because she was like, I felt like once they broke up, Mary just cut me off. So I don't know what their relationship was prior to that or whatever. But in some senses, that can be that can be kind of like, a little bit hurtful on a child's part, because they may feel like, well, what did I do? Why you cut me off?
Why you cut me off?
And
it really depends upon what type of relationship. Now, speaking from my experience, if I just once me and the father broke up, if I just cut the girls off, I could see them being upset. Yeah. Vice versa, if they just cut me off.
Right.
But I think it all depends on how that relationship with the child or children has how it's been structured, I guess, or what you've put into it. Because Mary was busy. Her and her husband was busy. They going here. She probably a stepmother that just write a check here. Oh, you need a new car. Oh, here's a check.
But that's not what the daughter was portraying. If that's the case, because I haven't read the articles, but I believe that there was an article where she may have responded to that because I guess it was all going around or whatever. But the way the daughter presented it, it was as if, hey, you were in my life, and you're one who I went to when I was having issues. You're one who I talked to. You've been there for me, and then out the blue, when you two broke up, I'm calling you, you're not responding. It's like you broke up with him. Once y'all broke up, then you broke up with him and me. Now, she might be the type that some people are not that type that can continue the relationship with the kids or anything like that.
Do you watch the show that she's on? Growing Up Hip Hop?
Yeah.
Okay, so Brianna's personality,
yes,
is a bit much.
It is very much.
I feel, because from what I hear, out in these streets, Mary is very giving and very compassionate. I can't see Mary having a relationship established with somebody and just cut them off. It's a reason why. And with Brianna knowing how she is with other people, I mean, she's not a bad girl. She just pops off easily. And, Mary probably saying, I ain't got time for that. And she's grown up.
And Mary, she's very giving. She's very loving. And I love Mary. I love her. But Mary also don't take no stuff. So it could be that Mary probably was like, I ain't got time for you and all of this with your up and down this too. But on the catch side,
because one time she'll say her and her father had a great relationship. Then the next time she'll say she didn't have a relationship with her father. He was never there. So which one was it?
Yeah, but okay, the catch to that too could be Rihanna is that type that pops off. Yes, Mary could have been that one person that could calm her down.
Right.
And Mary probably, maybe she, you know, like she said, like that dude messed her up. He messed her up, and that whole money thing really messed her up. So she might have decided, I don't want to have nothing to do with nobody, none of y'all. I got to get myself together. So that could be the issue as well. But I mean, I don't know. Again, we don't know.
Right.
We don't know. We don't know.
We just speculate and
yeah.
But I think it's important to if you've cultivated a relationship and have a genuine organic relationship with somebody, I don't think a breakup should affect that. I think if the other party does not want you to be in contact or want you to stop messing with talking to somebody or whatever, they need to just communicate what their boundaries are. Okay, she and I are no longer together. I want you all to spend Christmas with me with my new chick. I do not feel comfortable with you all inviting her on our Christmas outing. Those are boundaries, and the children, especially if they're adults, have to respect the boundaries and wishes of, the parent. Now, friends, I don't know. I don't know what happens when your friends, a couple break up and, I'm like, hey, first of all, I don't have no male friends close enough. I don't have those male best friends. All my best friends are girls. So if the breakup is happening, that means it's my girlfriend breaking up with her dude. So, dude, it was nice knowing you. I'll say hi to you if I see you. I'll kick the bobo with you here, but don't call me. Don't stop past my house, because that's something that you wouldn't do anyway without my girlfriend. So, Team girlfriend.
So let me ask you a question.
I broke a camera though one time because one of my girlfriends was breaking up with a friend, and she did not want any of us to speak to him. We all skated, and I was trying to sneak us and say hi to him, and she kind of caught me, and I jumped and broke my camera. You made me break my camera. I think she said, you shouldn't have been trying to talk to him.
Lord have mercy. Like Charlotte, when she saw Big. I cursed the day you were born.
Oh, yeah. That was funny.
But, okay, let me ask you a question. In your situation, and it could be three. Could be very well 3. If the ex had said to you if the ex had expressed to you, not to his family, to you, can you please stop coming around my family because my new lady feels uncomfortable. It makes us all feel uncomfortable. How would you have taken that, and would you have obliged?
You gotta tell me which ex is ex number 1, ex number 2, ex number 3.
Oh, Jesus.
In that order.
Archangels. In the main
in that order.
Okay.
How you know?
Hold up.
Because it varies.
Wait a minute, listen. Before we get to that part, how do we know which is 1 and which is 2? Because 1 and 2.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. From the time that you've been knowing me, number 1, number 2, number 3. You see how people try to complicate my life? It's very simple. My life is very simple.
It's really not.
Okay. Ex number 1. If my ex number 1 came to me and said, that he did not want me to attend family events. Well, and because it makes my new lady upset or feel awkward or whatever, and I don't want her feeling awkward. My first question to myself is, have I done anything to her to make her feel this way? Or is she just upset that I'm an ex at the family function? That's my first question I have to ask myself. Then I'll have to do an unofficial poll with the family members, because I'm sure he's not hosting anything. So I need to ask the host, are you okay with me being there knowing that this person and his new woman, and I don't have a problem with it, but they came to me and they said they had a problem with it. So I'm asking you, do you have a problem? If they say no, then my response is going to be, I am the mother of your child. My child is going to be there. I'm responsible for bringing my child there, and I will be there. And if your significant other would like to have a talk with me to resolve any awkward or any issues she has with me, I'm open to that.
Okay. Now, this
X
your
number
child.
two, X number two couldn't do it.
No. Number one. So with number one, y'all have the child together, and you express. I know, but you express to one that's that very same thing. One says, you don't have to worry about getting him there. He's my child. I'll come and get him, and I'll take him. Then what? Do you go? Do you not go?
It all depends.
If he says,
it all depends on
I'm coming to get him, and I'm gonna get him. As a matter of fact, I want to have him. I want to spend a weekend with him, so he'll be with me anyway. Or it falls on his weekend.
Right.
He'll be with me anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. He's gonna get it right there.
It all depends on what type of mood Missy is in. Because remember, I've already asked the host if they were okay with me being there. Once the host say I'm okay, it all depends on, how I'm feeling. So if I'm feeling like, I'll go. And if I'm feeling like, okay, because sometimes I don't, but sometimes I really, and this is no lie, I really love my ex's families, both sets, one set, he couldn't even, if he tried to tell his family she can't. Now the only way I can't go is if it's at his house.
Yeah.
But if it's somewhere else, he already know that's not happening. That's not happening. Can you imagine him trying to tell me I couldn't go to a football game? Child, please. Child, don't make me do it.
So moving on to number two. So with the situation for number two, and that child being an adult, what would be the thing that make you cut that situation and that friendship, the family relationship off?
It would be difficult, and the reason why it would be difficult is because with that particular relationship, we were together very young, had a child, we broke up. During this breakup of like 20 some years, I still was around because I would take the child, I would see the family. If there was a funeral, I would go to the funeral because I would have some type of established relationship with the person that passed away. Also transporting my child to the funeral, it was mainly funerals. I wouldn't just go down there for a birthday party or anything, but so it was like if it was a funeral. So there was a kinship developed over a period of 20 some years when we were not together.
Right.
And he did have a girlfriend one time that did not particularly care for me at first. Because I guess she saw me as the baby mother traveling to come see her man. And once she realized that I didn't want her man, you know, we were cool. And she was basically the caregiver when my son would go, excuse me, when my child would go down there. So I had to have...
Sneeze or cough?
That was a cough.
Okay. Bless you still.
Okay. It really wasn't even a cough. It was like a air pocket. And yeah.
Well, bless you.
So with that particular even with my number three did not like the fact that I was so close with number two's family. Did not like it at all. But that was those were relationships that were built outside of, right, you know, when we got back together. Mm-hmm. So I come from a blended family. I think as long as everyone's respectful, we all can get along. I actually liked my ex-husband's current wife because I know how to be a step-parent. Mm-hmm. And when I felt that she was not being the best step-parent that she could be to my child or my children, which is his daughter too, which is not by me, that's when I took exception to her. I'm looking, I don't like the way things are moving. And I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm just saying I didn't like the way she was moving. So that's where I lose a little, you know, I guess I should say I lost respect for her because I know how to step parent. Right. And my step parenting may be overkill, but I'm a product of I have a step parent. And my step parent, you wouldn't know that my step parent is my step parent based on how he treats me. Right. So I can't show a disparity in how I treat my biological children versus my stepchild. Right. If you talk to my stepdaughter right now, she'll tell you how much she loved me, but that's a relationship that has grown and blossomed. We've established our own relationship outside of her father. And that happened when she was still a minor. Because she would still come to Maryland and stay with me. Mm-hmm. And might go visit her father and his girlfriend. But, you know, she would stay with me. So. Yes.
We love you, Ozzy. Yeah, because we've all like she's ours. Right. She belongs to all of us.
Right. So she said that. She said that on Facebook recently.
Yeah, she belongs to all of us. So it's like I get that part. I definitely get that because she's a beautiful person. So you can't help but love her.
Is she a little weird? Is she a little weird?
She's weird, but she's so I love her. I love me some her.
That's my baby.
Okay, so back to that situation with the friends. Let's look at it from a friend standpoint. If you as a couple, you're friends with a person, and when you guys break up, who gets the friend?
Whose friend was it in the first place?
Oh, and that's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, so the friend was friends with the guy, right? But once the guy and
the girl was a friend with a guy.
The girl was a friend with the guy.
Okay.
They were best friends. They were best friends. Really good friends. Once he got with his girl, they all came together and they all built this friendship. Okay. So the friend got close with the girl too.
Okay.
So now she's close with both.
Okay.
Who gets her?
So let me talk this out so I'll know. So, Sally was friends with Sam. Mm-hmm. Platonic friendship. Sam got Susie.
Because we don't want to think it's Sam.
Who was Sam?
I was Sam.
We got a Sam?
Number one Sam. Number one got a sister named Sam.
Oh, but we talking about boy Sam.
Okay, boy Sam. Okay, boy Sam. Okay.
I said Sally was friends with Sam.
Sally and Sam are friends.
Right. But then he met Susie. And so Sammy and Susie are a couple.
Yeah.
And Sally is
Sam's friend. So Sam says Susie, I want you to meet my friend Sally because she's really important to me, and I don't want you to think anything's going on. So I want to introduce you to her. They two meet. Oh, if you're important to him, you're important to me. Right. You know, They become friends. Right. They become really close.
How long? How long is this friendship?
It's not as long as Sam and Sally's.
Is it like 10 years?
I don't know how many years. But you can get close to somebody in less than 10 years. So let's just say, for the sake of a number, okay, they've been married for 7 years. Okay. And in that 7 years, they all have become very close together. Yes. Okay. To the point where when Sally calls, he's talking to Sam. Susie comes in. Who are you talking to? Oh, Sally. Oh, let me talk to Sally. And Susie said, "Hey, girl, what you doing?" "No, let me tell you what you doing. How was your day?" And they get to talk. But they all are really, really close. So when the breakup happens and the couple.
Why are they breaking up?
Because somebody did something that they hadn't been doing. And he cheated.
Okay, he cheated.
So when the breakup happens, and their other friends, and they're all like a circle of friends, right. The other friends have a function. Or, not even the other friends. Sally has a function. Okay.
Who does she invite? Susie or Sammy?
Do she say, ooh, and look, and now that the breakup was not a good breakup. It was a bad breakup. And so when she talks to Sam is like, I know I messed up with her, but she do this and that, She act like she ain't did nothing. She did stuff too. And I
have an answer.
So Sally says, well, you know what, Sam, you was wrong, this and that, and you need to go ahead and cut her some slack. So now Sally and Susie talk, and Susie's like, well, I know your friend. You know your friend did this and he out there tromping around. He told me he wasn't going to do it no more. He did it again, and he been doing it, and now he throwing it all up, and everybody know about it, embarrassing me. And I keep trying to tell him,
So I would tell her, hold up, Susie. I ain't got nothing to do with that. And I'm not going to be a sounding board for you or Sammy, because I love you both. I'm having a cookout next Saturday. I'm inviting you both. I'm going to let you know that he's going to be here. I'm going to let him know that you're invited to come. That's up to you. I don't want no drama at my party. Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't think you can handle it, if you come in here with a chick or if she come in with a dude, if you don't think you can handle it, don't come, please. But I'm letting you know you're invited. You both are invited because I love you both.
Okay. Another scenario.
Did I pass on that response though?
Oh, that was a nice response.
Girl, it takes me a few minutes to really process it. That's a good one.
Okay, so let me ask you this question.
I don't watch a lot of reality TV.
Let me ask you a question. Okay. Sam and Susie. Mm-hmm. Again, Sam and Susie. As the friend, you invited them both. Mm-hmm. They both come to the cookout. Mm-hmm. They both get into an argument because they saying little snide remarks to each other. Mm-hmm. Well, you need to, I bet you do like drinking. You like a lot of drinks out there, don't you? Mm-hmm. Why you always bringing up something? I ain't say nothing to you. I'm just minding my business, eating my burger, and you bringing this up. Well, you should have been da-da-da-da. Well, who made you that burger? Well, you act like you did that. Well, you did that. Well, you did that. So now they going at it back and forth, and it gets into a thing where they get the yelling and the screaming. That, well, you thinking that? You ain't that? You ain't that? That's my kids. So they two get into it, arguments. Every time they get together, they're arguing, messing up your function. Everybody else is sitting back just sipping their drink and like, oh my God.
Time out.
So wait a minute, listen.
One time. You mean they messed up my function one time? Because if they get into a whole argument at my function, that's going to be it. Neither one of them coming anywhere.
Okay.
I can go out to dinner with you, but you ain't coming to none of my functions.
Okay, and here's the other thing. You're saying your function, right? Mm-hmm. You all go out. You all got a lot of mutual friends. At this friend has a function. They do it at this friend's function. Mm-hmm. You go to this friend's house. They do it at this friend's house. You come over here. Hey, y'all, we gonna do something. Like
Melody and Martell.
They get here. They do it again. This house. You decide that you want to have a function, but you already know. You already know the outcome. You know the pattern.
Yeah.
Do you invite either or? Do you not invite one, or do you not invite?
In that situation, if they have a pattern of getting into it every time we get together, if my friendship with Sammy was, legit and it was a genuine friendship, my allegiance is to Sammy. Even though I have established a good friendship with Susie. So my thing will be, Susie, I love you, girl. Me and you can hang out, but I can't have you at this function because I'm not going to have y'all breaking up my function because y'all, this is a pattern. And you're not going to kill my vibe. Especially if my kitty cook out and you want to act crazy. Oh, no. Good vibes only, baby. And y'all have established that you can't get along. So because he was my friend and he's been my friend since 5th grade, I have to honor that. And I hope you respect my decision based on the loyalty that I'm showing him, which is the same loyalty I would show you in a different situation.
Good answer. Maybe you should talk to Martell and Melody.
Honey, that's ratings. That's ratings. When they was, let me tell you, Melody and Martell, wherever
they should have kept your penis in the house.
And that's the thing. Melanie is really hurt, which she has every right to be. But at some point, let it go. Because it's usually not Martell starting it. It's usually Martell saying something and she got a quick little comment, side comment, which then he then engages, which he shouldn't. Both of them should just be like, we not together no more. I don't care what you say. What you mean I'm not a good mother? If you know you're a good mother, you ain't gotta, don't nobody, you don't have to convince nobody. You ain't gotta defend how you are as a mother to nobody. I don't have to defend myself to nobody. I've learned that as I've gotten older. If somebody says something about me that I truly don't agree with, I'll be like, I know that's right. Okay. Because I don't have to defend who I am. Anybody in my circle, they know me. So if that's your perception of me and you don't like it, you got a choice.
True that. You already know I don't care about nothing nobody say about me. I don't care. Like me, you don't. I'm a very likable person, though. I find it hard to believe anybody don't like me. I really do. I find it hard to believe that there's anybody
you're a lovable person.
Like me.
You're a lovable person. You're just
now, with that being said.
But we all got to...
I'm very vocal, and I don't know how to not say nothing. You guys should see me on Facebook. I always got to say something to somebody.
You know what my mother...
You know what?
My mother and my sister had an intervention with me, an unplanned intervention.
Why?
But it felt like an intervention for me. We were talking, and I was saying how several people have said to me that I'm dismissive. And I didn't understand it. I'm like, I don't see myself as dismissive. And, when my mama say something, I got to listen now because, I don't be paying attention to nobody else, really. But my sister and my mother both said I'm dismissive. And my mother was like, I have a way of not letting things get to me. And people see that as me being dismissive or not caring. But she said, I know you care. She said, but you just don't give it a lot of energy. So I said, that's to me not being dismissive. That's me just not feeding into negative, something that I can't control. I can't put a lot of energy into something that ultimately I can't control or I can't, So I just be like, okay, whatever. And she said she wished she could be more like that because my mother feels everything. I mean, everything. Everything. And I've adopted the complete opposite. It's not that I don't care. It's like I don't have any power to change it. So
it's a good thing. It can be in other views, it could be a bad thing. I can see how people may take some of your reactions as being dismissive. In your mind, it's not, but outside looking in, it appears that way.
Yeah, it has to be true because it's different people saying the same.
Yeah, no, and I'm saying it. I'm saying to say, I've seen that side of you too, to make me say, "Hey, listen, you just the girl over there pretty much balling, and you just like, So I've seen it, and again, I mean, hey, I don't know.
But see, I don't know. Okay, so if I don't know. I'm hearing them, and I am trying to really determine what it is so that I can maybe modify how I move. But
I don't know that you can, because it's just what you do. It's just, I mean, maybe you can program yourself.
But I'm looking at it as a negative, and maybe it's not a negative. It's just a different way of handling certain situations.
Right. That's almost in the same realm of me saying my unconventional way of thinking friend.
Mm-hmm.
I always say that, not to say that unconventional is a bad thing, but your way of looking at things, your way of processing things is different than the way a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily, it's not a good thing. It can be a good thing. For other people, it can be a bad thing.
Right.
So it's not to say, oh, I need to change that about me. I don't think you need to change that about you. I don't know that.
Maybe for you, maybe social cues. Maybe if I see somebody who appears to be.
No, not that. I would say this. Maybe
it's hard.
Yeah,
because I'm a really caring person.
Right, and maybe instead of you looking at it as,
I don't care.
and that's the part where they think
that's it. When I don't care, I don't care.
Maybe you can look at it from a point of, not to say I'm gonna change, I'm gonna change it, but maybe you need to I'll say evaluate each situation a little bit differently. Like, take into consideration the actual person. If you know this person and you know that this person is maybe a very sensitive person, instead of, maybe one time when you may say, well, you know what, I'm not going to give her the straight up whatever. You can give it to her in a way that it doesn't appear to be that way, but maybe take their feelings into consideration. I don't know. I don't see me. I don't see me. I don't know.
Okay, circle of friends. I'm gonna start doing like this. When something happens, be like, hold up. Let me make an assessment.
Let me process.
Right.
Let me see. Look, let me process.
And I guarantee y'all will get mad at that too, because I'm gonna have to really process it. I need to ask questions. Right. Let me ask you a question, for my man. Okay. Shout out to Councilman Eric Mays, Councilman of Ward 1 in Flint, Michigan. Yeah. I watched a whole 6-hour council meeting. I know so much that's going on in Flint, Michigan.
She watched these meetings for entertainment.
Honey. So, look, when you're having a discussion, if you want this discussion to stop, you go point of order. And the person say, what's your point? Whoever's talking immediately stops. If you have a question, you say point of information. They say, what's your point of information? And then you ask the question. I'm going to start using that. I'm going to say point of order. And then if I have a question, I'm going to say point of information. 6 hours. It is the most... Google, Councilman Eric Mays. I love you. He is the Marion Barry of Flint,
I'm trying
Michigan.
To figure out, I know I've seen... It can pull you in. Because I know I've seen something with them before, and it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
It's hilarious.
And then it's the man named RL. He's a citizen.
They be going at it in these things. So I know I've seen one before, but I don't have 6 hours to dedicate to him because I'm too busy commenting on other stuff on Facebook.
right. But y'all should check him out. Just Google it on YouTube. Yeah. You can go on TikTok too and look him up, but because TikTok can give you the little 3 minutes, so that's good. I just had to see the full story of what was going on in the TikTok sound.
So speaking of
exes,
the exes. So Love and Hip Hop Huntsville.
Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Okay.
You know I got Love and Hip Hop. Love and Marriage Huntsville. Well, one thing, and this goes into one of my Tira posts. Mm-hmm. So the young lady on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Stormy. Stormy is on. She's on here now. She's on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Mm-hmm. So she's a new person they've introduced into the show. And she comes in with this, and I mean, my perception, in a very confrontational, aggressive, and partially negative way.
But she don't see that.
I'm sure she don't. I'm sure she doesn't. And I haven't. And I'm behind. And again, I'm behind a couple of episodes on that. But the episodes that I've seen that she was in, I did not like her character. I didn't like who she was. So I came in. I think I expressed to you, I don't like her. No, you know, she's coming in and she's jumping on people that she don't even really know like that. I don't like when they do that. That's painting us in a negative manner for ratings. I don't like that. So I'm scrolling on Facebook, and then I see a picture of Stormy with this product.
I'm scared. Okay. Oh, okay.
She has a product. She has a whole hairline.
Oh yeah, she's a businesswoman.
Yes. I didn't know that she had this hairline. Now I've seen this product, and I'm going through this whole hair phase right now. So I'm looking at products and stuff, and these things are scrolling, and I'm like, oh, this is really pretty. I love the presentation. I love everything. And then before me seeing her, they just was advertising just the actual product. Mm-hmm. So then they included her in a video, and she's speaking and she's talking about, and I'm looking like, what? Wait, what? Is that Stormy? No, that's not Stormy with a whole hairline, hair business, CEO of a product that you have invented.
Kenya Moore Hair Care.
She don't count. So immediately I'm shocked and appalled at her behavior on this show, because you are a businesswoman. Mm-hmm. You're a businesswoman. You should not, for your brand, for your business, why would you perceive yourself as being this negative, confrontational, ghetto, if you will, person on this show for ratings when you have a whole brand? You could potentially damage your brand, because I'm gonna be very honest with you. I definitely, initially, I'm looking at this brand and I'm thinking, okay, that might be next on my list to try. Mm-hmm. When I saw her, hell no, I don't want this brand, because you this and you're being mean, and you're being nasty, and you're being a mean girl on this show. Mm-hmm. Why would you do that? So then I scroll through, and I said, you know what? Let me go through, and I clicked on it. Read the article. It was like a whole bio background, of her and her life.
No. Point of information.
You cut me off, you're going to make me forget my thought. You know I got memory loss.
The point of information. Is this going to end with you commenting?
Yes.
I knew it. Okay, go ahead.
So, after I read her background story, she has a phenomenal background story. It really made me change my perception of her.
Amen. Okay. Good job.
So what I did was, I did write a long comment. I did. I wrote a long comment. And I did express to her, take a look at how you're doing. You have a whole business. Your background story alone can make your business just grow. But when you're on this show and you're looking like this person,
where did you get this? You just had a piece of little tape. Now you got. I know
because
band.
I had to put because
Did you go to the doctor?
I did go.
And what did they say?
They gave me a splint. I have to go. She said it's definitely trigger thumb. I have to go to orthopedic doctor. So she's like,
we love going to the doctor. That's right up your alley.
You know.
Okay, back to storm.
Yeah, but the splint wasn't doing it because my whole hand was getting really sore, so I had to really immobilize the whole hand. So it made me, the way she's acting, it could really impact your business. So I did send her write a comment on there. And so then I thought about it and I said, you know what, this is not the place for this comment. So I deleted the comments and I sent her a message, And I did. I absolutely.
No one could ever accuse you of being dismissive.
I'll show you what I say because I have it in my right here.
No, I really don't care.
See how she dismissed me? Dismissive. But anyway,
that was an example of me being dismissive.
That was that wasn't really that was borderline. It could be mean if somebody didn't know you to take it, but I'm not thinking about you in that either. Because
and that's the key right there. If you don't put too much thought into what I say, we good.
But I say this to say,
don't internalize nothing I say.
I voiced my opinion to her on there, and I hope she reads it. I hope she takes it into account. I let her know that I'm not coming from a bad place, but I am letting you know this perception. I'm certain I'm not the only one who actually saw that in her.
Right.
She's a brilliant businesswoman. Grow your brand. Use that show to promote your business.
But for every one of us who believes she's been, a mean girl, outlandish, there are hundreds and maybe thousands of people who be like, yeah, I'm with it. Da-da-da, that's right. Because it's from our perspective, because we're older, we see life through a different lens. Somebody else might look at that and was like, oh yeah, like I saw an after show, and Monique and Melanie both were saying, yeah, it was something like they were on that Stormy, something was attacked, that Destiny was mocking her. And I'm saying she only mocked her because Stormy kept trying to insert herself in something that really had nothing to do with her.
Right.
So you can't be mad at Destiny or play victim once you done put yourself in a position to even be talked about.
She really did. She just walked up and inserted herself. These two women were having a conversation, trying to hash out their differences. And then you have this outsider who has nothing to do with it. First of all, you don't walk up to somebody and say what y'all talking about. It's none of your business. The first thing they should have said was nothing that really concerned you. And she sat down, she propped down.
You're talking about at the sleepover.
Yeah.
Oh, it happens again. You gotta catch up.
You gotta stop that. That's rude. And you cannot sit up here and tell me you don't know that.
But do you think she's gonna listen to you?
I don't know if she listens to me or not, but I got to pause to her. And maybe she'll listen when her sales drop. When people be like, I ain't buying your stuff because you act like you ain't got no sense. And there's way too many other products out there for you to be acting like that. You better promote that brand.
But look how Nene used to act on the show.
And Nene ass out.
Now.
Yeah,
but Nene has been she's been cashing checks all the way to the bank.
Yeah, but she ain't cashing them now. That money gone because ain't no way you sitting up there. Now you strumming up stories about people.
No, I really think now what she's saying, I believe, has some validity because We do discrimination. So I'm looking at it when she makes these statements. I'm looking at it from a discrimination, case point of view.
I didn't even listen to her statements. What's she saying?
She was saying that there was blatant racism on the set, and that Kim would say these racial things, and she would complain about it, and they never took any action. And to add salt to the injury, they did not discipline or correct Kim, but they ended up giving Kim her own show. Now, the problem with Nene's case is the statute of limitations, 1 year. That's law. 2 years at the most if you file in court. So Kim was on the show years ago.
Yeah.
What I really believe her most viable claim could have been age discrimination. And that Bravo has had a systematic practice of getting rid of their older, talent. Vicky, Tamra, Nene. I don't watch the other shows, but those are the shows that I watch.
Yeah, but they bring Sheree back. Sheree's old.
I'm aware of this, but there are levels. Like, how we say similarly situated?
Mm-hmm.
Sheree is not similarly situated to a Nene or a Vicky or a Tamra.
I don't even know them all too, but I guess.
Nene is the star of the show.
Was.
Sheree, right. Sheree. But people still, when they see Nene, they think of Housewives.
Well, here's the thing, too, with that, Nene. Why didn't you bring that forth back when it happened? Why now?
Her and Kim got into. She was saying on like the reunion shows.
Okay, yeah.
So she would make, but what I'm saying is she's suing them now because it's really because now they done kind of blackballed her. They said.
Oh, okay.
So now she's suing.
Okay.
But in terms of, I don't know what ground she's suing on. It can't really be discrimination because there's a statute of limitation. I don't know what, because outside of entertainment is still the law. The law is the law, and you can't get around that. Mm-hmm. So I could see her doing age. She could make a claim for that, and like you said, they could say, "Oh well, we got Sheree, we got Karen," but are they similarly situated to Nene? But yeah.
Well, I would say Karen. I would say Karen from Potomac. I would say she would be similarly situated as Nene. I would say her. Okay. Yeah. I can't believe I didn't meet her. I love Karen.
And you know where I met her?
Yeah, at that spot.
Yeah.
You should have called me. I would have got up and got dressed.
Honey, Karen was me and number 3 was there. And Karen fell in love with both of us. My good girlfriend Karen. But anyway, 107.
Yeah, that is.
We're gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap it up. I know you guys. We've been talking
a lot about. I don't even know what was it. Oh, break up.
Break up.
I guess the bottom line is. Whatever the relationship is, if it works after you break, I believe everybody. I'm friends with most of my exes, most of them, not all of them. Let's be clear. Anyway, we still have a special guest coming, but last week we couldn't do it, and this week he did reach out to me, so he is interested. He's very interested. I'm telling you all, I think his episode is going to go viral. I think it is. One, because he's going to push it because he's in it. And he has a following. He already has a following. But anyway, in closing, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to our super fans. Condolences to the families affected by the mass killings in Baltimore. Not Baltimore, Buffalo. Which, yeah, let's just pray. And they were old too. They were seniors. Yeah. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah, okay. Because then I might be like this one.
I know I go on rants. I do.
When things like that happen, I kind of, again, I'm not dismissive, but I kind of stop because I really take it on, and then it becomes a whole thing.
Yeah, I can't take on other people's problems like that.
Right.
But I do verbalize whatever it is I'm feeling at that moment or how I feel about it or whatever. And generally in my posts, I let the people know.
Yes, you do.
It's my opinion. And
yes, you do.
This is how I feel. And you have free will to keep scrolling by and not say nothing, because today I'm not in the mood to argue with anybody. But if you do say something, you open yourself up to me coming back at you, and I'm going to come back at you. I'm going to do it. So far, when I say that, the people leave me alone. They say, well, she don't want to argue today, so I'm not going to comment. But when I don't, and you comment,
oh, Lordy,
it's on you. Oh, Lordy. And then I get an email or text from somebody saying, log off now.
We're not going to discuss this because we already had this conversation, and she got on me. She started fussing with me, so I have no comment. None.
Yeah, I just like talking to the people. I do. So, okay.
Anyway.
Like, share, subscribe.
Share. Oh, thank you, Yvonne Keller, for sharing the last episode. She was like, I'm sharing it because they told me to, but I'm doing it also because I really enjoyed it. So thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you.
All right, so
in closing.